Hello guys, I'm the great Gmilh and today I'm here to talk about the recent reveal of the latest installment in the Assassin's Creed saga. Assassin's Creed, not Victory as we expected, but Assassin's Creed Syndicate. The first thing that impressed me in the trailer was the carriages, a brand new feature in this game. Actually, if you remember, in the first Assassin's Creed there were horses to ride, and when Assassin's Creed Brotherhood came out, a great new feature that was discussed a lot in interviews by the developers was that now it was finally possible to ride horses inside the city. Too bad that then they removed that feature immediately a year after with Revelations. Yeah. And then it reappeared in Assassin's Creed 3 before disappearing completely from the franchise. If you watch my Assassin's Creed Unity playthrough, you might hear me complain very often about this missing feature. Since I'm in Assassin's Creed Unity, I literally spend more time walking through the city to reach a location than actually doing gameplay related stuff like fighting or lockpicking. Basically a walking simulator, that game. So I am glad that in a new chapter I will go back to ride to have some kind of vehicle or an horse connected to a vehicle. Anyway, an interesting fact is that this is not the first Assassin's Creed game when you can ride a carriage. As a matter of fact, you could back in Assassin's Creed Liberation for PS Vita and Liberation HD for Xbox 360, PS3 and PC, but only in one mission. Of course, many will think this game like Assassin's Creed mixed with GTA, but as a matter of fact, another game already exists and existed for a long time, which mixed elements from Assassin's Creed and elements from GTA. And that game is The Saboteur for PS3 and Xbox 360 and PC. It's really a good game in my opinion. Set in World War II, you play as an Irish guy raised by an Italian guy who is in love with a French girl, and he joined the French resistance against the Nazis. And yeah, it's a really good game. But anyway, that's basically what I think when I have to think about a mashup between an Assassin's Creed and a GTA game. And this new Assassin's Creed Syndicate might be some kind of mashup between a GTA and an Assassin's Creed game. I mean, those carriages even have a GPS. I mean, look at this footage. There is that little thing on the ground which tells you where to go. That's a GPS, an anachronistic GPS. Another new feature of this game will be the grappling hook, and I know many of you may think to Batman. As a matter of fact, Arkham Creed or Assassin's Creed Arkham or something like that. But I would like to think that I got the idea from Just Chaos, and because it has been mentioned that you can jump from a carriage to another, which is a similar feature to the Just Cause franchise where you can jump from one vehicle to another. But by the way, the grappling hook has been shown in the footage from Syndicate. It seems that it will work more like in Batman than it does in Just Cause. So yeah, that's probably a feature which they have been inspired by Batman. And another thing that is obviously inspired by Batman is the new combat system. From the first time since the first Assassin's Creed, they are going to change something in the combat system. As a matter of fact, they are changing it completely. Since till Unity it was a white weapon fight system, while now is more a brawl fighting system. And in my opinion, at least, that make it very different. Not more challenging or easier or harder, but just different. Of course there will still be weapons, but they will be concealed weapons. Because they have finally realized after After at least 13 Assassin's Creeds, including spin-offs and mobile chapters, and yeah, they have finally realized that a guy cannot go around a city wielding half a dozen of weapons. And so now you have to use concealed weapons like daggers and cleaver and some other strange weapons. So yeah, you got the idea. Basically they have finally figured that out. But there will still be weapons. If there's something I have a bad feeling about is the sister of the main character. Basically, you remember back last year when there was all that shitstorm about the fact that in Unity you could not play as a female in the online multiplayer, which made sense since all the players were Urno. But no, in this new chapter there is the protagonist as a twin sister. And don't you think that's curious? A twin sister, not a normal sister, a twin? Well, that's what I think. That sister won't be important at all during the story. She's just there to let female players play as her. Just like if any of you has played the Fable Sega, you may remember in Fable 2 and Fable 3 it was possible to play multiplayer. If I remember correctly, in Fable 2 only local multiplayer, in Fable 3 online multiplayer and maybe local as well. But anyway, the second card had no importance in the storyline. As a matter of fact, all non-player characters actor lied there was only one player, not two. Second could just go around there and no one would notice him. It was like he was some kind of ghost or some kind of hallucination of the main character, because no one else was able to see him or her. And in my opinion this will be the same thing that will happen in Syndicate. Maybe one cutscene or two she will be included, but she will be very much of a non-existent character, but they're just to avoid another shitstorm for Ubisoft. So yeah, you got the idea. What is this new Assassin's Creed going to look like? In my opinion, a mashup between Grand Theft Auto, Assassin's Creed and a Batman Arkham game. So yeah, that's basically going to be Arkham Creed Auto, Arkham Theft Assassin, Arkham Grand Theft Arkham Creed. Alright, I cannot come out with any name, but you got the idea. For what concerns the plot instead, it seems that we will have to create a gang in London and take over all the other gangs. I don't know if any of you has played the first two Saints Row, but to me it seems basically the same thing. We'll have to create the third Street Saints. We'll have to create a gang and destroy all the other gangs. All the other gangs follow the orders of the Templars, and that gives us a reason to do this. And because otherwise it will seem like they are just trying to find out a way to rip off some other franchises like GTA, Grand Theft Auto or Saints Row. An interesting thing about this is that back in Assassin's Creed Rogue, and be sure to check out my playthrough of that game too, there was already an assassin who had a gang under her orders. Yeah, that's right, because she was a woman. So, that's it for now, and see you next time.